Hello. Yeah. So, welcome everybody to another session. Okay, I hope my audio is okay. So is okay and it is audible for everybody. So, as you know, like this is day two of your journey of with programming, right? I'm super excited today, and let me see like what is the okay main theme of today, and let me deal with it. Okay, and I hope like it is going to be very interesting, and I want to know that how many people are really excited for this for this session. Okay, in the last session, if you are not able to watch it, you can always watch here. Just check the channel once, and please go through the day one. Okay, and the main objective of this course, or else whatever you call these sessions, are okay who are new to the programming, and who wants to learn newly, and also for the people who know some basics and they want to learn something. Okay, so that kind of audience are encouraged to join in these sessions, and the people who are in the advanced level, you may not join the session, or if and only if you want to revise some of the basic concepts, then I will motivate you to join the sessions. And who are the people watching for the first time, just comment, you can comment in this live chat. Okay, so telling that this is my first time, and who are the people wants to learn something new, and who are here for the first time. Okay, just comment in the session. So today we'll be seeing the practical implementation of Python, uh, and we will be learning programming through a language. Okay, and the last session, I don't know how many people watched it, but the theme of the session is why we are programming, and what are the use cases of programming in many streams. Okay, and there are many languages. If you want to start talking with the computers, there are many languages present, and so from those you can learn any. You can use any one of the languages for this. And for our use case, we are actually selecting one of the interesting language, that is Python. Okay, just a minute. Okay, okay, fine. So this is so we are going to learn about programming languages through Python, right? So why Python? We discussed the importance of it, and why it is learned by many of the people due to its simplicity. Okay, we'll be dealing one by one. So I just want you to okay, sit back, and just if you have a laptop, or else I encourage you to okay to participate along with me. Okay, if you are watching it live, right? And just open your laptop and just continue the session, and we'll be dealing with one by one. Okay, then right. So we know, if you see the journey of Python, see introduction of Python. So it is one of the high-level language. Okay, so we already dealt with what is meant by high-level languages. Okay, and what are the low-level languages, right? Okay, we already dealt in the first day. And coming to the high level languages, okay, Python is one of the high level languages. What is meant by high level languages? Again, we have covered this, but for the people who are watching for the first time, so high level languages are like kind of languages which are having the English kind of syntax, okay, which we use. Okay, so so it is understandable easily for the user, and those kind of languages are comes under the category of high level languages. Okay, so it was first designed by the person. Okay, we called him Guido van Rossum. Okay, in 1989 it started, and it is very much popular due to its simplicity. Okay, and advantages are it is very beginner friendly. Okay, so for who are the people uh, wants to learn something, okay, new, okay, newly learn want to newly learn programming, so I will suggest you just start learning with Python. Okay, if you are actually capable of learning something, okay, harder than this, you can go with C. But as a programmer, okay, C language is one and must, okay, you should learn. So I prefer C and Python. Okay, if you are learning, best option is go for Python. And if you can if you are having that much interest, you just also shift you to C language also if you are starting a journey. Okay, but coming to a pure beginner, okay, Python is in the last class we dealt with what are the libraries used by Python, okay, used in Python, and also, okay, it is compatible in every operating systems, right? So it will run on Windows, it will run on Mac OS, okay, it will run on Linux, okay. So whereas some languages such as C and C++, okay, you should actually uh, you cannot run it in some environments, okay. And so this Python is compatible with every operating system, okay. Then it is free and open source, okay, you need not pay anything and anybody can use it and anybody can contribute to it, okay. So these are some of the use cases and some of the advantages of learning Python, okay. If we just go through the timeline of events, okay, so first in the first year, it is like 1989. The person we already seen it. Okay, so he is start working on Python, and later in 1991 he releases the first version, that is Python 1.0. Okay, and in year 2000 Python 2.0 was released. Okay, and after later 7 years after, in 2008, we have a version, okay, that is 3.0. Fine. So still now we are in the current version is 3.1 and we have some, okay, 3.1.1, 3.2.3. Okay, it is going on like updating, right? Still 4.0 is not still there, but we are in 3.0 only, and there are many sub versions in 3.0. Okay, so maybe currently will be we are having 3.13 such guys. Okay, we'll be seeing that. Not worry. Okay, and suppose if you are having the question like where I can run Python. Okay, so these are like we are dealt with. We can run in any operating system. If you are using Mac, with Linux, it is Windows, whatever. So you can run on your systems, and also there are many interpreters that supports Python actually. Okay, so one such is Google Colab, okay, Jupyter Notebook, okay, Replit in Visual Studio, okay. This is very popularly used by many of the programmers, okay. That is from Microsoft people. So, and Google Colab, obviously it is from Google, and Visual Studio is from Microsoft people. So it is also free to download, okay. And Python IDE, right? We can also run through it, okay, which is officially provided by uh, Python people, right? And also in mobile device also it can support. Okay, you need to install such kind of things like Python Insta for iOS, and if you want to run an Android phone, you can install QPython. And also for embedded systems and IoT applications, okay, you need to you can run through for microcontrollers, okay, MicroPython. Particularly, you need to use MicroPython, okay. And okay, so let me just show you each one of those case. Okay, if you are starting to install something, so let me show you some kind of thing. You can follow along with me. Okay, if you're watching. So first thing is you just Okay, the basic things you need to install is Python ideally. Okay, so if you just type Python ideally, okay, and if you just you can see a website that is www.python.org. Okay, just click on this and then see. Okay, this is what the current version that is released by them. So that is 3.13.2. Okay, so this is the current version. So if you want current version, you just click on download. Okay, and it is going to be downloaded, and you just click there and you can just run it. Okay, it will be installing. Okay, and as I already have this, I'm not downloading now. And there are also the previous versions you can find if you just scroll it downward. Okay, these are all the previous versions of Python. Okay, so there are many versions. Okay, start from you just scroll down, you will be seeing all the previous version, but the recommended versions are okay, the current version might be you just go one version backward. Okay, that is recommended. It is not like you just download the latest version, but always prefer one version backward. So that is my suggestion. Okay, and also some of the base versions are actually preferred. Okay, so the base version which I prefer is just a minute. I will just okay, I have like 3.7 version. Okay, some base versions are very well used by many of the users due to their simplicity. Okay, and it is not going to take more of the space. Okay, and it easy to run, right? Okay, and I prefer 3.7. If you are using any kind of system, that would be a best option. Okay, it is a very popular version, 3.7.6 or 7 or 8. Okay, so I prefer 3.7.8. Okay, you can find it here. Okay, if you are using it, and if you want the previous version, just click on it. Okay, it will open it, and then you just if you are using a Windows, you just download this, and if you are using user, you can download this. Okay, so this is where you can find, and also you can just click here. In the previous case only, you can just click at the side version. Okay, in the sidebar, there is a download button. You can just click there beside that version. That would be good. Okay, so currently and after installation, just type cmd in your command window. Okay, and click Python. It will a black screen will be opening, and just click Python. Okay, click Python and press enter, and it will be showing the version. So I have already the version 3.13.0. Okay, so this is the previous version, and the current version is 3.13.2. Okay, it will be displaying, and also I'm having the other version. So for the persons who have installed this. Okay, so if you are already having this current version, that's okay, but if you want to use the other versions, so there is one thing you need to do. Okay, so I will show you step by step. So I want to use my previous version, suppose. Okay, uh, so 3.13 is the current version, you can see, right? But I don't want this, and I want to use the previous version 3.1.8. Okay, so you need to adjust the path. Okay, so you just click this in the you just click environment variables in the search button. Okay, yeah, so it is displayed here. So edit environment variables for your account. Okay, just click on that, and in that you just see the path. Okay, you just see the path, and you just click here, double click on this, right? So the path is here, right? Okay, so what I want is I want to use my 3.7 version. So best option is you just search in the things such as IDLE. Yes, so I'm finding this 3.7. Okay, you just open here. If you just scroll down, you are seeing open current file location, open file location. Okay, it is going to open something like this, and again you press on the right click and just again open this file location. Okay, so this is what the path. Okay, and you just copy this in the top search space. You just copy this. Okay, top bar. Okay, you just copy this and try to paste here. Okay, you just click on here. Okay, so I'm pasting it here. Okay, I have previously done this, but I'm deleting for your purpose. Deleting again, I'm deleting this. Okay, so I just paste here, right? I'm seeing something like all the path. Okay, I pasted, and you just press move up, upward. Okay, move up, right? And this is one thing. And also, if you just come back here, and there is something called as scripts. Okay, in the same location, you can find something called as scripts. You just double click here. Okay, and again copy this path in the top. You just select all, select the entire path and copy the path. Okay, copy the path. I copied it, and next I'll be pasting it here in the edit environment variable section. I will be pasting this. So double click in the white space. Okay, and then control V, paste. And also you just move this path upward. You just press move up, move up, move up. Okay, right. So after that, you just press hit OK, and again OK, and close this. Okay, so now let me open once again. CMD, type CMD and press open. Okay, so let me put Python here and just press enter. Right. So I'm now currently in the version 3.7.8. Okay, so this is how you can change the path and adjust the environment variables. Okay, so first you need to go to the directory and copy the path of the original location of ideally. Then you copy the scripts path. Okay, and then you just move it upward. And whenever you want other version to be used, so you just do this. This is very important. Okay, so I hope it helps. So again, there are some other things you need to know. Okay, so if you want to run Python in other kind of uh, environments or another kind of interpreters, you just do this thing. Okay, suppose there are other things called as Google Collabs. Okay, just press Google Collabs. Okay, and also you can learn, you can install this. Okay, you can use this. Okay, it will directly open. Okay, so you just click open on anywhere, or else you just click new notebook. Okay, so this is how the Google Colab appears. And again, you need to, so this is how these things appear. And again, if you want to use other platforms such as Visual Studio, you can install this Visual Studio Code. Okay, just click enter, and whatever the thing that is first appears, such as code.visualstudio.com, you just press that, and you just get it for download for Windows. Okay, you just press here and it will get downloaded, and just after that you just install that. As I have already on my PC, I'm not doing that, but it is very simple. You just click on this and there will be a set of file. You just click on that, it will be installing in your PC. Okay, right. So, and also so there are other platforms where the Python can be run, you can run platforms such as there is PyCharm. Okay, and so this is from JetBrains. So if you just see this, this is from JetBrains. Okay, so you just click this, And also this is you just click download here. Okay, so but there is a problem with this since you are having a free trial and this is a paid version. Previously it used to be completely free for all the users, but yeah, now they are like pricing. Okay, they kept some pricing, so it can use this. Okay, but for old PCs, I don't recommend this since it is very heavy and the old PCs cannot run this, okay, fastly. So that's all the problem. But you can use your basic Python the ideally Python that is provided officially from Python people, and also you can use Visual Studio Code. Okay, and another thing I want to show you is okay, Jupyter Notebook, which is also very much popular, okay, and which I will be using for the course. Okay, you just open the command window, okay, command window, and you can install it here directly from a command. Okay, so the command is pip install. You just type Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so if you just enter and press enter, so it is going to install this Jupyter Notebook. Since I already have this on my system, okay, I'm not now pressing enter or any kind of thing. So this is what the another very much popular notebook, okay, Jupyter Notebook. All right, so I'll just open it and I will show you how it is. Okay. If you want to open it, there is also a command. So just press Jupyter and use space and use notebook. Okay. And press enter. So it is going to take a couple of seconds and it is going to enter here. So it will be running on your local browser only. So you just click new here and click Python 3. Okay, so yes, it is going to run on local and the Google Collapse and Jupyter Notebook are very much similar. Okay, you can find very many similarities between these two platforms. Okay, for my course, I will be using Jupyter Notebook majorly. So since it has having many advantages, okay, if I want to write something, I can write it there. Okay, right, and the people who are already having this Python, ideally you can also use that, but for my course I'll be for this introductory part I'll be using Jupyter Notebook many times. Okay, so you can use of your choice, right? Right, so now let us continue with this presentation and let me see what else are there to cover. Okay, right, so this is we have seen all these things. Okay, and let us go to the next part. Okay, so how many people are very much excited to print their first Python program? Okay, and generally we print hello world. Okay, for the people who are starting into programming, it is a kind of habit that each and every programmer has this, and they will start learning by printing the hello world statement. Okay, it is coming from ages, right? And so, how many people are really want to print their first program? Okay, just type excited, super excited in the chat. Okay, so let me just uh, open my ideally. Okay, so right, so if you are using ideally, just type ideally. Okay, and just press open. And it's going to open up a screen like this. So as I have given the path such as 3.7.8, and now I am opening the same version, okay, 3.7.8 only, right? And now, so this is what called as the command shell, okay, shell window. We call it as a shell window. So this is a shell window. Okay. And the function of this shell window is it has three important functions. So one thing is you can execute a single line commands here. Okay, I'm using hashtag since it is not a part of the program. Okay, if you want to type anything which is not a part of the program, always remember to push. You just put a hashtags behind it, hash a symbol behind it. Okay, and then you just start anything. Suppose I want to run a single line command. Suppose, for example, a equal to 10. Okay, right? I can run this single line. Suppose again, let me say b equal to 8. Okay, and let me add this to c equal to a plus b. Okay, right? So this kind of single line of commands you can run in this. And also, if you want to check the output, you can always check it. Okay. So don't worry, all will be covered step by step. Okay. So I just want you to see how it works. Okay. So that's it. Next. So the two important cases is if you want to execute a single line commands, it is helpful. And if you want to check the output also, you can check here only, right? And also if you want to see what are the libraries that are installed, and you can see it here. No, if you want a notebook type, you just press file there and open new file. Okay, you can execute multiple lines of command here. So a equal to 10. Okay, and also b equal to 5. Okay, and also c equal to something like this, a into b. Okay, right? So this kind of multiple lines of commands you can always execute in this. Okay, in a notebook, right? So this is what it is. And how many people really want to execute a their first command? Okay, I just don't want to save this. Okay, so right, so just if you want to execute this, so I'm just typing the first program, that is hello world program. So just print off. Okay, and use the print statement to get the output, always remember. So print, you just use colon. Okay, and type hello world. Okay, and close the quotations, right? So you just hit enter, and there is your output, that is hello world. Okay, so this is the first beginner program that you are going to run. Okay, so it's very simple. Just print off. You just use double quotations, and whatever you want to print, you just keep it in that quotations and close the quotations and close the brackets. That's what. That's all you want to do, right? So let me close the shell now. Okay, and let me open my Jupyter notebook. So this is where I will be doing. So I'll be renaming this. So demo underscore day 2. Let me name it day 2. Okay, and I've renamed mine. And if you want to use the same interface as me, so this is what the interface look like of Jupyter. And you can see file here on the top right side, and there is new. Okay, you want to open another console or notebook, right? You can open it from here. And if you want to save this, you can save it from here. You can download this, and you can see the edit button in the seconds uh, on to its right. Okay, and there is view, and again there is run. If you want to run, you can run from here, right? Okay, so let me just enter here also. Okay, so and there is a good option, such as if you want to enter a text. Okay, it is just works like your Microsoft Word. If you want to enter text, you don't want to enter code, you just scroll down here and select markdown. Okay, and there it shifts as a notebook. Okay, you just press hashtag to enter anything. Okay, before, let me just zoom in here some. Okay, so you just enter. So let me enter. Welcome to first programming class. Okay, right? And I am using another thing such as day 2. Okay, so yeah, so this is what. Okay, you can enter a heading such as by selecting markdown, right? And now if you enter a code again, you just go here, okay, uh, and you just select code, okay. It is going to open the code cell, okay. You just click here, just a second, okay, just a minute. Okay, in the second cell, I'm just want to enter the code. So the first program we'll be using is print hello world. So you're printing. So print, open the brackets, and we know what to do. So open double quotes and just type hello world. Okay, hello world. Okay, so now if you just hit the run, okay, which is present to the top side, it is showing some error. Okay, why it is showing some error? Right, so let us see. So here I didn't close the quotation after the exclamatory mark. Okay, that's why I got an error. So it is very important to close the exclamatory marks. Okay, to close the quotation marks, sorry, to close the quotation marks after the last symbol or character of my statement. So now I am just adjusting it once again. Okay, now let's see whether it runs or not. Press enter. Right, so we got a first thing such as a first program, that is hello world. Okay, so this is what the first program, okay, you are doing, right? How it looks like is like this. Next, just go, okay, and strings. Okay, the thing which we enter in that double quotations or called as string. Okay, whatever the things we enter in double quotations, or else we can use a single string or single quotation also. Okay, next, if you compare it with other languages, so that is what the advantage of Python is. Just now we just printed a hello world statement in a just a single line. But if you just compare with C language, you need to use this kind of syntax to print the same output. Okay, so see here. So we are actually having some 4 lines. Okay, 4 to 5 lines, right? And if you just see C++ language, same. We are having some 3 to 4 statements, right? 4 lines of code to print a hello world statement. And also in Java, you're again having 3 lines of code, right? So comparatively, we see Python is simple. That's why we call it as it is having a simple syntax, right? Okay, so this is what the advantage of learning Python now. Okay, now we'll be going into the one of the uh, important uh, part of the program. So we are starting with variables. Okay, so in any program, okay, so what is the two important elements we are seeing? Okay, in whatever the language you are using, whether you are using C, whether you're using C++, Java, whatever thing. So there are only two major elements. Okay, those elements are data and instructions. Okay, so data, whatever the things, whatever the facts that you are entering in your program, that is the data, and whatever the things that are applying on the data. Okay, so what are the operations you are performing on the data, those are given in instructions part. Okay, and any program you will be having these two major parts. Okay, so data will be handled by the variables. In a simple terms, if you just see, okay, we are using variables to store the data. Okay, whatever the data we are entering, and we want to store the data, then that particular thing is called as variables. Okay, so and if you want to identify the data, this variable will be helping us. So we'll be seeing examples, you need not worry, right? First example is, suppose I am entering age equal to 15. Okay, here 15 is my data. Okay, and the place where you are storing the data is a variable, or else the thing which we are using to refer the data is age, right? And this part is called as variable. Here age is set to be the variable, and the data is set to be 15. Okay, so it is important to refer our data, or else we cannot operate on it, right? So that's why we are referring the data by a variable, right? If you want to see the other example, see here, some more examples I have given. So soap, okay, it is a data I'm having. Okay, why it is enclosed in a single quotation? Because it is a string. And we'll be seeing data types, each okay, what are the kinds of data type that we are having in the next sessions, don't worry. For now, just observe. There is 15, okay, which is the data I'm having. I want to refer the data, so I'm referring by using a variable name called price. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, so here, just a second. Okay, so here the price is a variable, and 15 is a data, right? And also I'm having the data such as 10. Okay, I'm storing with the name called as weight. Okay, this weight is a variable here, right? So this is what the first thing you need to understand whenever you're starting to write a program. Okay, so these variables are very important too, because this acts as a reference for our data. Okay, so yes, so let us work on some variables, okay, in a program. Okay, so this is what, and the next part you need to understand is variables declarations and assignment. Okay, so here I've given example such as a equal to 10. Okay, so here we are actually declaring, and also we are actually initializing. Okay, so this equal to is called as assignment operator. Okay, so let me just show this practical in a practical case. Okay, that would be good. Okay, so I'll just go to my Jupyter notebook. Okay, so let me take a variable. Okay, let me take a. Okay, a equal to, let me take 54, right? Okay, so here my data is 54, and I'm referring with a variable named a, right? Okay, right. So if I just want to now check what is there present in a, so I will just see, use print statement, print of a. Okay, and I will hit enter, I will hit run. Okay, so I got an output such as 54, right? So this 54 is stored in a variable called as a. Okay, and there are certain rules while you are naming the variable, right? Okay, in other languages, okay, so there is something called as declaring a variable. Okay, you need to declare, such as whether your data, if you are using integer, okay, you need to declare in a certain way. Suppose in C, okay, we use to particularly specify it as int. Okay, or else if it is a decimal, we call it as float. Okay, but in Python you need not worry about all those things. You just, but proper, if you are properly declaring a variable, that's enough. You need not mention which particular data type you are using. Okay, suppose I am just using again a equal to 5.23. Okay, I want to print again, suppose check a. Okay, if I run this and see, I'm getting 5.23, right? So there is nothing such as I mentioned whether it is a decimal or anything. Okay, it is actually dynamically it will going to take. Okay, so that's the advantage of Python, whereas in other languages you need to particularly mention my a is an integer value. Okay, so first you need to declare it. Okay, let me just take another thing and show you. Okay, in other languages, so if you want to do the same thing, you do the same thing. Okay, as I'm in Python, I'm just including, okay, it has a comment. So if you're just using C, okay, you need to mention int a equal to 23. Okay, or else if you want to use a float, okay, or else if you want to use a other data type, okay, you need to use some kind of use cases. Okay, so that you need to do, but that is not necessary in Python. Okay, so that is what I want to say. And when you are declaring these things, you need to follow certain rules. Okay, what are those rules? Let me see step by step. Okay, suppose I want to declare it with a name. Okay, uh, one num. I want to put a name as one num. Okay, equal to as I am using a string, I'm enclosing in a brackets. Okay, let me say msmf. Okay, one num is msmf. I want to print now whatever the variable I have named, I'm using the same thing. Okay, print one num and close the brackets. Okay, let us see what happens. Right. Okay, see here. So I got an error which is telling that one num is wrong. Okay, so but what exactly is the wrong thing which I have did here? Okay, so here while declaring, always remember you cannot start the variable name with a numerical, okay, with a number, right? Always we need to start with a letter. That's the important thing. Letter can be anything, okay, it can be caps, okay, or it can be small, that doesn't matter. Suppose if I just corrected this and now I'm running. Okay, just a minute, I'll be taking another one. Okay, I need to correct here also. Okay, and now I will run this. See here. So I got output as MSMF, as my data is MSMF that I am storing in num. Okay, so now it is taking the correcting. Okay, so this is the first rule. You cannot start the declaration by using a numerical data. Okay, I cannot name such as, right. And also, right, if I just now do one thing, okay, if I change this as I'm using an underscore, okay, underscore num, okay, can I get an output? Let me see, underscore num, okay, now I am running this. Yes, I got an output MSMF, same thing, okay, MSMF, let me change the data again for change, okay, and let me run again. Yes, I'm getting output. So it's not a wrong thing. So you can always use underscore, okay, before your variable. Okay, it will not affect much. Okay, and also, uh, what if I use another number such as underscore number? Okay, for future. Okay, let me change this such that you will be easily, okay, able to understand the difference now. Okay, let me run. And for running you can always use a shortcut. Okay, just plus control plus enter. Okay, that will actually run this. Okay, right, I have changed here, and you can press control plus enter. Right, so MSMF for future. Right, I got output. Fine, so this is what it is. Okay, you can name, uh, you should name properly. Okay, while naming a variable, right? So these are some rules. And next, okay, declaring variable. Okay, fine, initializing and storing. Okay, these are all the things. Okay, next, if you just see here. Okay, next point, suppose I just used C and I declare nothing, I don't, there is no data. Okay, and now I am printing C, right? What do you think the output will be? Okay, let me run. So C equal to, I have declared a variable, okay, but I didn't give any data to it. Okay, then if you just run, yes, it is showing error. See, error is at this part. Since I did not give any data, it is showing it as error, right? So without data, there is no use of variable. Okay, all it is like it is referring to the data. The main work is of a variable is it is referring to data, and with no data, what will variable will do? So that's why I'm getting a error, right? Now I'm correcting it. So I'm just giving a value such as 10. Okay, now I will run it again. Yes, now I'm getting output as 10. Okay, right. And let me see some of the other things, okay, which will be helpful. Okay, next, if I'm taking another thing, okay, you just press here. If you want to take other cell, you just press hit here, insert cell. Okay, right. If you just now let me try this. Okay, I want to enter total amount. Okay, can I take like this total hyphen amount, okay, equal to suppose 150. Okay, now I want to print it. Print off, you give the variable name, whatever the name you have taken here. Okay, so print off variable name. Okay, so just run it. No. Okay, I'm getting error. Fine. Okay, so I cannot use this hyphen, okay, in the middle, right? So that is another thing you should you can use underscore, that's not a problem, but you should not use an hyphen. Okay, so that's why I'm getting it. So let me correct it. I'm just changing this the name variable name once again. I'm just running it. Okay, now I got an output such as 150, right? So this is what another important thing you need to keep in mind. So some people might so declare a name in an improper way by using a hyphen. So don't use. It is always a good practice to declare with a underscore by using a underscore. Okay, in middle, if you want to combine two things, you just use underscore. That is the best practice. Okay, and okay, so let me take another cell and I want to use I will declare another username and user, let me use at the rate name, okay, equal to, and the person name, let me take my name itself, Nisha. Okay, so I will enter print of the same whatever the game given thing. Okay, and I'm pasting and closing. Let me run this. What do you think? Yes. Okay, so I'm getting another error, right? So what is the problem now? So because I'm using at the rate here, okay? So you cannot use at the rate uh, anywhere in the declaration of a variable. So that is one of the important rule, okay? So you need to keep in mind. Underscore is fine, but at the rate is not fine. And there are other symbols you should not use, okay? So okay, so that is why I'm getting an error. So let me just yeah, enter underscore now. Okay, but what if I'm using other symbol such as dollar? Okay, now let me just change the variable name here also in the print statement, or else I'll be getting an error. Okay, so yes. Now what do you think if I run? Yes, also I'm getting error. If this time you see it is pointing at this part, okay, so this is not the proper way to assign. Okay, at anywhere you can use, at anywhere you cannot use this dollar sign also, right? So now I'm clearing this. Okay, and print statement also you need to clear this and run this now. Now you'll be getting a username as proper in a proper way. Okay, this is what one more thing you need to remember. Okay, so the main important thing, you cannot use at the rate and you cannot use hyphens and you cannot use numbers in the beginning. Okay, right? Always keep these things in your mind. Okay, right. So some of the important things you need to remember is the best way practice is use underscore. at most you need to always you need to try to use underscore in order to have the proper, okay, way you need to see the variable. Okay, you want, if you are looking to understand your variable by in a best way, so you just use underscore. If you're it is having 2 to 3 words, you can pair by using underscore. Okay, in that way you can use this. Okay, fine. And also there is one more thing. You can also declare multiple variables at a time. Okay, what do you mean by it? Let me say I am having the value, okay, suppose x, okay, equal to 10. Okay, and also I'm having another value such as y equal to 10. Okay, and also I'm having other value z equal to 10. Okay, instead of doing all these things in 3 different lines, okay, you can always do x equal to y equal to z equal to 10. Okay, so this is nice. Okay, you can do this. And to just check this, print of x, okay, and it is 10. Or else if you want to check print of y, okay, it will be 10. And if you want to check print of z, it will be also 10, right? So this is a good thing. Okay, if you are having same thing, this is like you can assign the same value to the multiple values at a time. Okay, that feature we are having. So I will be just keeping a heading here. Okay, let me put this in this way. So declaring let me say multiple variables at a time is allowed. Okay, so this is what it is. And if you just see other example, okay, and let me say take this. Let me take another example. Suppose if you are having a, okay, value as 15, okay, or else a value of 17, whatever. Okay, and next line you just say b is having 15. Next line you say a equal to c equal to 78. You are doing it in 3 lines. Instead, okay, you just do it in single line in this way. Single line. Okay, if you want to do it in single line, you can always do a comma b comma c equal to 17 comma next value is 15, okay, that is of b comma next value is 78. Okay, the same way, both work the same way, right? And if you are like finding it interesting, just give it a thumbs up in, and also just uh, reply in the chat box that I'm following it. Okay, so your comments will just motivate and also help me to go forward in the session, and I will get to understand how many people are with me, right? So just reply in the comment section if anybody is watching and following it, right? Okay, so in the same manner, just these both things work in the same way, right? Okay, if you just print of b, let me say, what will be the output? Yes, it is 15. Okay, and if you just check print of c, okay, that will be also 15. If you just want to check print of d, okay, it will be, okay, I'm getting an error. Okay, there is no d, such way that is why it is getting an error. So let me check c. Okay, and I'm getting 78, which is exactly correct. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is what one of the advantages in declaring multiple variables at a time. Okay, you can use a single line instead of using 3 lines. You can do it in a single line. Fine. Okay, so that is what the things all about the variables. Okay, and we'll be going back to our thing. Okay, so declaration and initialization both will be happening and at a time in Python. Okay, okay then, right. So we have seen all the rules, how can I can assign names to variables, and next writing comments in Python. So this is one of the uh, very important thing I can say. So suppose you are written a code in n number of lines, and I want to know what is the functionality of each line of the code. Then how to put this? So Python has a any every language will be having this. So inserting of comments, we call this as comments, right? So this you can do with using hashtag. Okay, so this symbol is used for you can just use this for writing comments. So we already seen this with a single line, and for multiple line you can use triple quotes. Okay, so that will be of double or use single quotes. Fine. So double or else single. You can use anything. Okay, this is for multiple lines. Okay, if you want to see it just for your purpose. Okay, I'm just want to do a simple thing here in my Jupyter. Okay, let me just insert another thing, and I'll keep a heading comments. Okay, hashtag. If you are want to keep heading like this, use hashtag. Okay, hash symbol. Comments insertion in Python. Okay, so that's what it is. And in the next, we just go with this. Okay, just it is in the code phase. Okay, right. So I'm inserting a comment. Suppose this is the way to insert the comments. Okay, fine. You can use a single for single line comments. You can use a symbol. You can use this symbol and do like this. Or else, if you want to use a multiple lines, okay, you need to use this one. Okay, triple quotes and whatever the things you just want to enter here. So welcome everyone for this session. Okay, so I'm just using another line. I hope this is interesting. Okay, for you all, right? And I need to close with triple quotes. Don't forget. So in this way, you can declare your comments. Okay, fine. So for now, we'll be uh, taking this session. We'll be closing the session. Okay, so today we have seen about the variables, and today we are done with the first ever program. Okay, and we have seen how we will dictate the variables, what are the rules, and we also seen through what kind of installations we did. Okay, and where we can run the Python program. Okay, we have seen many platforms, right? We have seen with the installation of the major platforms. Okay, so I hope this is an interesting session for you all. And if you have any kind of questions and doubts, you can always comment in the section, and I'll be answering maybe in the next class. Okay, so thank you all once again for watching, and we'll be discussing other important concepts. We are having data types, and we are having uh, other things in how we'll take inputs. Okay, so many of the things are yet to come. So as we'll be dealing with all the things one by one. So stay tuned for this platform. So just uh, if you are not subscribed yet, go through this channel. You'll find interesting content here. So do subscribe, and you will hit you will receive all the notifications. That's it for today, guys. I hope everybody gained a lot from the session, right? So take care and happy learning.